Hey guys, it's Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. I've got more behind the scenes from the Louis Vuitton factories. If you're coming to me from that video, thank you so much. And if you've been with me from day one, thank you. I'm so close to 10,000 subscribers, so thank you for all of your support. It means so much to me. Now today's show is going to be about the behind the scenes of the service center where they work with repairs and defective items. And I'm going to show you some of the guidelines of what's considered to be a defect. So every now and then we know there's a product that comes to the store and it's not performing the way you would expect a Louis Vuitton product to behave. There are known defects such as the cracking canvas in the artsy, such as the melting glazing on some of the capucines. So there are known defects, and today I'm going to share with you some of the guidelines to determine whether your product is defective or it's normal wear and tear. So these are some of the behind the scenes photos from a week-long training at Vuitton. If you are there for more than seasonal, so it's about 6 months, you get sent to what's called induction, and it's an intensive week-long training where they train you on the ins and outs of Vuitton, the history, stories, scripts, customer service guidelines, defect guidelines, yada, 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 all stuff to help make our job easier and help to service the customer. So the service center is a completely different building, and it is filled. It's a warehouse filled with products that need to be repaired. They even have old trunks, vintage trunks that are being restored, and that's actually really neat to watch. I wish I had a picture of that. But anyways, this is where your items go, whether it's normal wear and tear or if they're known defects. The defective products, they do not get burnt. They do not go on sale for the employees to purchase. They go on many shelves. So there's shelves full of product, and you can see here they are categorized by travel. And the artisans go do and try to salvage and repair these products. They don't get incinerated, they don't get burnt. Just like an automobile, you might strip it for parts. But before you strip it for parts, they are going to actually try to repair the damage on the product. And then from there, I honestly don't know what happens to it. They don't tell us. They don't tell us very much of what happens beyond that process when we take a bag back, say for a defective glazing, and there are artisans that are repairing these products. The wait time right now, if you bring your Louis Vuitton bag for repair, is 6 to 8 months. So like I said, there are products with some known defects, but please don't go into your closet, pull out all your Louis Vuitton bags and bring them back to the store. That's not what this video is for. Now, let me state over and over, just because you are paying a premium price for Louis Vuitton does not mean that the product is indestructible. It does not mean it is made of titanium. You will see normal wear and tear on your Louis Vuitton bags and shoes and whatever items, just like any other brand, whether you buy it from TJ Maxx or Macy's or Nordstrom or Louis Vuitton. Everything you have in your house, in your surroundings, will experience normal wear and tear. So please do not abuse your luxury items. If anything, treat them better than your average non-luxury items, because they are luxury and you have the privilege of buying luxury and you're paying a lot of money. But day after day after day, people come in and they say, this should last forever. And sometimes it looks like the product has been dragged in the mud and put in the sand and then put in the sun to dry. So once again, just because it's Louis Vuitton does not mean it's made of bulletproof material. It is made of canvas or leather. Yes, it is a very durable canvas, and that is the reason that the customers love the products, but they are still made with sewing machines and made by humans. Trust me, I wish they were the Terminator for the dollars that they charge, and that goes for any luxury brand. In that case, I wish my Tesla was the Terminator for the dollars I paid for it, but even my car is not indestructible, and I know all of you paid more for your vehicle than you did your handbag. I wanted to share this slide. We see here 5 years for cracking or peeling on supple canvas and 3 years for cracking and peeling on strong canvas. Did you know there are 2 types of canvas? There are customers, yes, always asking, this canvas feels different than this one, And yes, there is truth to that. You see, the supple canvas includes some of the bags such as the artsy, the graceful, so some that are going to feel softer. And your strong canvas will be for more structured items such as the wallet, the Never Full, the Speedy, things that will stand on their own, bags that have a stiffer hand and more structure. Now, even though salespeople know there is normal wear and tear, your bags will never look pristine once you start wearing it. And like I said, people bring in their bags and it looks like it's been dragged by a truck and then run over by the truck several times, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. Anyways, one of my pet peeves when people buy an expensive bag and then they put it down on the floor. Yes, the floor where your feet are. It's very dirty. Please don't do this. First of all, it is bad juju, but it's not the way to respect your property, especially a bag that costs thousands of dollars. So this is one surefire way to start to break down your bag and create damage on your handbag, especially on the corners. If you're putting it down on the floor, on the concrete, or I don't like germs, so it's picking up germs. So why would you put your expensive bag on the floor? Okay, now I discussed the two types of canvas, 3 years of cracking, painting, melting, glazing. So we have seen products that have melting glazing. There was a point in time where the glazing paint formula was changed, and they didn't know that this would melt over time. So there are bags that have like black glazing spots on it and cannot be repaired. Not to worry, if this has happened to you, you are allowed to bring it back to the store, and the store will honor the price it sells for currently. For example, if she bought that bag for $3,500 and it is now selling for $5,000, she gets the value of what it is today, $5,000. The only unfortunate thing is that if it's a limited edition bag, you have to turn it in and you're not getting your limited edition bag back, but you do get to select something else in the store. So some people like that, of course, if it's a limited edition that they really love, and there were some bags like the Alma bed and breakfast that people really loved and just didn't want to turn in, that's going to be your choice. But you do have the option to upgrade your bag if and only if it has melting glazing. So for melting glazing, there is no time frame. If your glazing is melted, bring it back. So this is about best practices when addressing quality concerns, what to do and what not to do. Ask open questions, show empathy, get as much information as you can, follow through until resolution, reassure if natural wear and tear, advise unexpected product evolution, advise proper care and storage. What not to do, accuse your client, use phrases like known issue, defective quality, instead use words like concern, potential issue, abnormal. We never say defect. Since your handbag is under 3 years old and the canvas is cracking, I can exchange for you per our guidelines. This is in exceptional conditions. Don't just bring your bag in because it's 3 years old. Instead say, I'm happy to resolve this issue for you. Let's explore your options. So I want to reiterate too, that as a former sales associate, we want to resolve your issue. We really want to listen to your concerns and find out what the problem is so we can address it, whether it is a known defect or if it's normal wear and tear. What we got most of the time were people just coming at us and yelling at us like, this is Vuitton, it should last. So it's always more pleasant for both parties if you can come in with some patience and empathy for your salesperson, because we do get people yelling at us all freaking day, okay? It's a kind of general rule of life, whether you're on the sales associate side or the client side, when you come at someone accusing, you may or may not get the result that you want. We just want to know what the issue is and solve your problem. Sometimes there is not a resolution, and sometimes there is. We never know, it's case by case. But the goal is to hear everyone out, and the goal is to educate and find solutions. Okay, now like I said, seasonal employees, someone that hasn't been that long, might have not gone through this training, or there are days too we're so overwhelmed, the answer might come out accusatory. The default reaction might be like normal wear and tear, because that's just what we're on autopilot, and we tend to do that all day. Now, I always get this question too, bags with corners, is Corner wear on bags, normal, and yes it is on any bag that has corners, and that's why I try to avoid them. Just something to be mindful of, that if your bag has corners, those corners are where the materials are going to be stretched a little bit to create that shape, and those corners are what's going to be likely to bump into objects as you are wearing it. By the way, there's no warranty, it's not a car, but if you do see cracking on your bag or your wallet, say within a year or so, it's definitely a reason to go to the store and inquire. Now, that's different if you had something for 5 years and you left it in the sun and you see cracking. It's going to be difficult to argue or help you in that situation. But if you see something that you feel is not normal within a year, I do always suggest that you do bring it to the store and ask a store manager before it's too late. 2 years for leather goods, belts, and sunglasses. I am going to take this opportunity to educate you a little bit about the different leathers. There was something very common that I saw in the men's wallet department, and this had to do with unrealistic expectations. So let me just reiterate, just because you pay more for a product does not mean that it's more durable, especially with the leather goods, the small leather goods, the wallets. It does not mean it has more titanium than the other piece. Actually, none of them have titanium. I did a video previously about how men overstuff their wallets. And when you overstuff your wallet, you stretch it out to the max, and then they wonder, why is this out of shape? Why does it hurt my back? So if you're going to overstretch your wallet, seriously, do it with a cheaper wallet, and then you won't be like hurt about it. So first of all, the canvas material in Vuitton, even though it's not cheap, it is the cheapest of the Vuitton materials. But as you move up in the scale, if you decide to elevate, you know, like you have clients you want to show off to and you want to go to a calf skin or a goat skin or a type of smooth leather because it looks more elegant and elevated. So please be very careful with these leathers. They are smoother and they are softer, and they do tend to rip, especially if you overstuff those credit card slots. I've seen this happen and people are very sad. So if you are going to overstuff your wallet, you are better off actually with canvas. Let me reiterate, even though the prettier leathers are more expensive, it does not mean it's more durable. They're actually more delicate. Now, if you are going to go for the most durable leather, I always suggest the Epi leather. Epi leather is specific to Louis Vuitton, and it is one of the strongest leathers that you will find across all luxury brands. Some people don't like it because it is so stiff, but if you are going to want the most wear and tear, bang for your buck out of a Vuitton leather, it is going to be Epi. Okay, other things on the list. Belts, sunglasses. Please guys, do not do this. Don't wear a belt for 2 years and then expect it to look brand new after 2 years. That is not a defect. It is normal wear and tear. Do not wear your shoes all over your European walking tour and then they look and then say, look, they got scratched. Let me just give you my handy tip. All of my Vuitton shoes, I treat them very gingerly, and most of my fancy heels, I avoid wearing them on the concrete as much as possible, because once you wear them on the concrete, you get all these marks on the bottom of your shoes. So my fancy shoes, I really keep the wear minimal on the carpet as much as possible, and if it's going to be on the concrete, it's literally from the car valet to the restaurant and back, and you don't want to walk around in them too much, just like Elle woods. Elle, you're going to ruin your shoes, so get back in the car.
You're gonna ruin your shoes.
This goes for all luxury shoes, okay ladies? Do not wear them on concrete. Now also, with your sunglasses, do not pull them off your face like you're Tom Cruise from left to right or right to left because you think it looks cool, because what you're doing is you're stretching out the hinge on one side if you're pulling your glasses off of your face this way, or if you're putting your glasses on your head, you're stretching out the hinges, or if you clip it on your shirt or to your bag, you're not protecting your sunglasses. I cannot believe the way people abuse their Louis Vuitton sunglasses. Okay, I can hear some of you Sallies. It's my product, I bought it, I can do whatever I want with it. Fine, you can do whatever you want with it, seriously. When you drive your car off the lot, do whatever you want with it. I don't care, but don't come back and say, this is a quality issue because look, I got a scratch. And P.S., some people think I'm talking personally to you. I don't know many of you. Just talking general experience. People actually come into the store and they want to look at a bag and they're like, I want to see the pochette métis. And they open and close it and open and close it. And then they go, I don't like the quality. I don't like the quality. The quality is bad. And we're like, so listen, nobody is forcing you to buy this thing for X amount of dollars over its value. It's totally your choice to come in and look. We didn't even pull you in here and drag you in here to look at the bag and ask your opinion. Anyway, and as we've discussed and discussed and discussed, you're paying for this logo. You're paying for this logo. But Louis Vuitton is the only brand, the only luxury brand that does offer aftercare. So look at the next slide here, class. You'll notice that the price of the handles on all bags, the straps, they just make it easy across the board, the same price, no matter which model you have. And that way you just know what you're going to pay to replace each part of the bag. You can go to an outside cobbler to do this, but once you do that, Vuitton cannot repair it. So in that way you do have to make a decision if you want to replace something on your bag or your wallet. If you do it somewhere else, it may be cheaper, but Vuitton might not be able to replace it once that is done. And by the way, even things like buttons on your wallets, because this little button here wears out because your thumb is pressing on it, yes, that will wear out and it is replaceable. So yes, this is a very good reason to invest in an expensive handbag like Louis Vuitton, because if you ever did have issues, there is a service center to help you repair these pieces so that you can still use them for years and years and years to come. Again, the bags, the clothes, the shoes, the jewelry does not last forever. As I said in a previous video, not even your husband is going to last forever. He's either going to leave you or die, honey. Well, I mean, but let's go back to the bag. Same thing. If you break something, it's replaceable. And in that case, so is your husband. It's okay. Thanks so much for watching. My name's Michelle. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, and I will see you very soon. Bye.